And we're back with more BSL. I hope you missed us because it's good to be here. I'm Rapid with Nyoka and, of course, Zero behind the scenes. I just want to give a quick shout out because it's not just us that do everything. Well, you know, we kind of do most. No, I'm just kidding. There's a huge crew behind everything that happens at BSL. So if you type !crew, you can see everybody else that is involved. So big thanks to everybody for supporting BSL. We're back with Season 7. So sick, and we're getting into what should actually be a pretty cool group, but I definitely don't know as much about this group as I did about the previous one. It's a little bit hard to predict Group B or Group D, Nyokin.
Yeah, this group looks pretty even to me. Dienmax is a Peruvian Protoss, really good. cAspEr, really good Russian Terran. SPX, good Russian Terran, and then we've got Avilov, the hope of Foreign Brood War, right? Who plays Zerg. Like, I feel like anybody can make it out of this group. It's just going to come down to who's playing well on this day and executing. I
think SPX has to be kind of the favorite for me. I think every time I've seen him play, especially at the 20th anniversary event, and then in a lot of those like random Russian StarCraft 1 tournaments out there, SPX always does like pretty well. Very, very strong player, but I mean, cAspEr always capable of making some things happen. I don't know what to expect from Dienmax. I think I've seen that guy play like once before, maybe. But you know, we've got 5 best of ones to find out what's going to happen. So that's going to be what's coming up next. Also, if you missed the first series, then you can go back and watch it. But there are the spoilers. It was Eon, Zerg, and Castro that made it out in the end. So here's a look at Dienmax and cAspEr, which I guess is going to be our first match. It's a TVP. I want to see them play a TVP on New Bloody Ridge. Like, I feel like if you say that something is a way, it's, you know, that's one thing. But when you can finally show people, look, it really is, it do be like that, then that can be a graphic reminder, and it'll give both of us some time to soapbox, which is always fun.
I mean, I kind of want to see it just to demonstrate the power of the carrier, but also don't want to see it because I know what's going to happen. And Dienmax's style, he's someone like Boneth who is pretty aggro with his Zealot in the beginning, but cAspEr is equally aggro. This guy is so aggro. Like Terran versus Zerg, I don't know if you guys remember in the previous BSL, like he was like going ample style, like 3-rack stimming and stuff like that. In Terran versus Terran, when I play him on the ladder, this guy is hyper aggro. So this would be definitely a super aggro game. But in my experience, aggro versus aggro and Terran versus Protoss, goons are a good unit, man. And Protoss just always kills them. So I feel like Dienmax is going to have an advantage here.
Well, there's only one way to find out. We're both in the lobby, ready to go. Our first map is going to be Power Bond, so we won't get to have our guilty TVP Bloody Ridge pleasure just yet. Maybe later, we'll find out. But yeah, this is going to be game number 1 on Power Bond between... man, did I just like really forget the players again? I'm so bad at this. It's Dienmax and cAspEr. Let's go. Whoosh. I have a hard time with cAspEr because we just cast Castro, and also we're casting, so there's lots of casts going on. But in the upper right-hand corner of the map, in the green, this is cAspEr, of course, representing Peru, or no, Russia. Never mind.
And in the bottom middle, we've got a really strong, I'm going to say somewhat unknown, South American Protoss. It is Dienmax.
Yeah. I think it's safe to say kind of unknown. I don't think he streams. If he does, I've never watched it, so maybe I need to tune in.
Yeah, so Dienmax, my experience, like I said, aggro with the initial few units, whether it's goons or zealots, and then he likes to go into carriers. And already the spawns are pretty good for carriers. If we get to that point, how do you engage carriers over this high ground at the bottom side of cAspEr's base? I'll tell you, Rapid, you don't. So cAspEr may be looking to end it fast, and that's what cAspEr's known for. He's really, really aggro. He may even go for something like a 2-fact on one base, go Artosis style. So I'm curious to see what the strat is going to be coming out of our Terran player.
I would say if cAspEr's known for something, it's encouraging donations, but as far as his play style, you're correct about that. In general, pretty aggro. So, I mean, we're not seeing any like 8 racks or anything super crazy like that. I don't think that counts as aggro. I think that counts as optimistic, where you just really hope it works out some of the time. But well, at least for now, I don't think anything out of the ordinary is happening. No forward gateways on the other side.
We've got a little bit of an unstandard play because there's no gas. So Dienmax doing what he does is going to be a few couple zealots. Now, this doesn't have to be that many zealots. It could just be 2 or 3. Okay, he does go gas. Something I've been running into more often is players go build 1 zealot to put pressure and then build a nexus behind. And it's kind of hard to deal with because if a zealot keeps you in your base or just forces a lot of marines, the nexus ends up going unpunished. But we don't see that this time. Dienmax got off the first scout, confirms that Castro's going gas. I think that's pretty much expected, though. But yeah, how's Dienmax going to transition out of this?
Yeah, for Dienmax, I'm just waiting for cAspEr to pull the trigger. Obviously, getting rid of the probe is priority number 1 before you try anything, really sneaky. But let's see. Okay, he is going to keep the probe in the base. So, what's coming up next? It's a factory. All right, I don't think that was rocket science that was going to be the case, but at least Dienmax can see that, scout it out, and know what's coming. But you're right, he is going to go for those zealots. Whoa, that's not supposed to happen.
Yeah, he got one of the SCVs. Now, something that Dienmax should have noticed is that cAspEr only pulled 1 off gas, and then he delayed pulling off the second one. And he's putting back onto gas again. There it is. We've got 2 FAC coming up. But this zealot's going to see it because 3 marines don't beat 1 zealot, so he's already going to see exactly what cAspEr is doing. But Dienmax was going for 2 gate anyways.
I love watching 3 marines run away from a zealot chasing them, and it was like single file too, and the zealot's still killing all of them. This is like watching Freddy Krueger versus like a house full of like scared campers. It's just like, it's not even close. Like one guy's got 2 side blades and the other guys have like, I don't know, water guns. It's just not very effective. Oh, he's gonna get another one? No. Ugh, what a dream.
Yeah, but this is already a lot of damage, forcing out a vulture that he doesn't want to build. Okay, zealot's gonna go down this time. That zealot's gonna go down, but doesn't matter. We've confirmed what Terran's going for. Now the SCV did get a good scout off. Okay, we've got 2 gate into delayed DT. Now if cAspEr goes into vulture style, that's going to be a perfect counter for him. But if he tries to go for something like the Jojo style with 3 tanks and go, it's going to be a disaster.
Jojo style? This is a new one on me.
Okay, so Jojo... Oh, I thought that might be a starport. So Jojo's a very old Terran player. He has a very famous game versus Boxer a long time ago. You should look that up on Paradox. Crazy game. He was also a race picker. He was a Protestant Terran, but he had a good Terran versus Protoss build. He just killed everybody with it. It was 3 tanks and just go. With a couple of marines and rally vultures, killed everyone. And that looks like what we might be seeing, because we got well, actually cAspER's just transitioning out of this. I guess he feels like his hand has been exposed, so he's just going to try and transition into a normal game from here.
Yeah, I mean, let's see what he's going to be spinning out of this. Okay, obviously siege mode first, but this is going to look a little bit weird because you're not going to have like that standard, whenever I watch my TVPs, if it's been a stressful day or I just want to relax, I expect to see some Dragoons hitting bunkers, okay? Obviously, that's not going to quite be the case this time around, but the Dragoon will have at least that soft, I don't know what you want to call that, soft contain. It's like the softest contain possible. It's literally a Dragoon, and it's not even going to be able to stick around once the siege mode finishes. So there we go, siege mode is out, and so is the Dragoon.
Well, now Dienmax can confirm that he's not getting pushed, and I'm just looking for cAspEr. Is there an eBay anywhere? Armory, straight armory, which is extremely risky because we saw Protoss going for 2 gate. So cAspEr rolling the dice here that Dienmax is going mass goons, and he's going to get an unfortunate welcome because this DT is about to be at his base. I don't see an eBay anywhere. I don't see an academy anywhere.
Yeah, wait, what's the plan here? Like I said, like usually when you set up your traditional TVP natural expansion, you're going to get your your bunker up, and then you put just like the DT turret there, right? So that they can't just run in. But now there's nothing. So this KP boy is going to kill just about everything here. So that's one tank, one Marine, 2 Marines, 3 Marines. And now he's just desperately blocking the entrance to the main. Panic mode. He's halfway done on his academy, Nyoken.
We shut down the NAT. We've already got our NAT set up for Protoss behind this. What'd I tell you? So normally you would think that this is going to be fast arbiter, but this has got to be carriers. This is what Dienmax does. He gets an early lead. He knows Terran can't attack him, and he goes into that imbalanced unit, the carrier. Show me that fleet beacon. Put it down. Is that it? Do it.
Where is it? Where is it going to be? I'm just waiting. I mean, what's he going to build out of the Stargate? Scouts? Like, no.
Well, meanwhile, this hold position of the SCVs under the command center was actually ingenious from cAspEr. It delayed the DT getting into the main for a long time. His comsat has gotten up. He's still in deep trouble, but I thought this game was flat out over. It seems like it's going to go on for a little bit, but there is the fleet beacon. This is so punishing. This is my style, DT in the carrier. Oh man, he didn't even get the DT.
No, yeah, so he scans, he misses. There is a turret that's up under the eBay in the main, so eventually he'll be able to kill off this DT. But right now he just can't get an attacking unit back that far in his base because of the Sim City with the supply depots. So this DT is going to town. He might, I mean, he's going to know that it's there, but he just can't do anything about it.
Yeah,
oh no.
8 kills on that DT at the bottom. It looks like that second DT went down.
Yeah.
But what do you do from cAspEr's point of view? He's got +1 going. I guess he's got to just try and camp it out. But Dienmax is already taking a third base. Stargates are blinking. Goons may even kill this command center because all the units are back in the main trying to deal with this one DT. Oh man, that's a lot of DPS onto the command center.
Yeah, he floated it back down. I feel like that was a little bit optimistic. I feel like you just keep that over your ramp until you stabilize. But, oh man, yeah, this CC is going to go down now. And, oh, this is just so rough to watch. Just turning the screws on cAspEr. Gets the CC. I mean, even if you lose a few goons here, you've dealt crazy insane damage. Actually, though, this is a very cost-effective way to clear up so many goons, man. How good are mines?
I mean, that was the entire army of Dienmax to go down. cAspEr should attack right now. He should recognize that, hey, it's not like this guy's going to send 5 goons to kill a command center. It's probably his whole army. And that's exactly what he's doing. This is really cAspEr's only chance to try and stabilize the game because carriers are about to come out. And as far as I know, tanks cannot kill carriers. So cAspEr's got to get something done.
Wow. Okay, it's time. It's time to... You got to go now or never. Oh, look at that DT. He kills it off, so that's good.
Yeah, and somebody pointed out to me a while ago that the interceptors for the carrier take longer to build than the actual carrier. So even though the carrier's out, he's not going to be able to deal with these tanks. So if he just goes into siege, focuses down this Nexus, that could be 2 base Protoss all of a sudden getting shut down really quickly. And Dienmax has spent a lot of resources at mid-left. Like he's got tons of pylons there. Oh man, this DT is just non-stop DT trying to buy time, but we've got to get this Nexus. Oh, turret gets denied.
Yeah, scan, is he going to take out the DT? No, he's actually not targeting the DT at all, but he is going to see the carriers, but I mean, carriers don't deal almost any damage with just like 1 or 2 interceptors. So the turrets are going to get up. The hard contain is, well, pretty hard here, and the mines are going to keep any DTs from really being that effective anyway, so this is just such a difficult spot. The carriers are out, the turrets are really doing a good job, but he actually hasn't been able to finish that second turret. Now it's up, and oh man, this is really difficult to deal with.
Yeah, so cAspEr, really, this was his really only chance to get back into the game. Vulture's dealing a lot of damage, killed so many probes. One has 9 kills, other has 4 kills. And there was no probe transfer, so this second base on the left side really does not have good saturation. More vultures getting into the main. Oh, this feels like a mistake. Tanks are not going to get the Nexus, instead going to just die. He does get a few more Oh, they're so clumped. Oh! He got, how many was that? 9 kills.
Oh! The humanity, or well, I guess they're probes, but
The whole probe line got wiped.
wait, does he? Oh my God, that's
He has
everything.
no probes in his main or natural.
I thought he Maynarded his probes away, but he actually literally has no workers. Okay, he has got 6 probes. Oh my God.
What is this game? And behind this, cAspEr, still no command center, so he's pretty much all in also. But it's 3 carriers. 4th is coming out pretty soon. Damn, I wish cAspEr had a natural. He would be back in it. But now we just have 4 carriers versus how many Goliaths? 2 Goliaths. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I mean, even though there's a low probe count, when you're producing probes off of triple Nexus, you're gonna get back up there. But the problem is, like, you just have no money. Also, when you're going carriers, you gotta build interceptors, and if you have no money and you're trying to build probes, you can't produce interceptors, which also take quite a bit of time to build. And so yesterday we got a chance to see what it looks like when you have 10 carriers versus Terran. And even that wasn't enough. So now with 3, I mean, I guess there has been a lot of damage done. Turrets, not that great against carriers, but there are a couple of Goliaths out.
Yeah, a couple Goliaths will be able to at least push the carriers back for now. But what I'm most worried for is, 1, we don't have a command center for cAspEr. 2nd, this armory at the bottom of the base, very exposed. If it gets picked off, this is done. cAspEr won't be able to produce anything. And there we go. Dienmax trying to... He's really not getting much damage done. Good control from cAspEr. Now, these 2 SCVs at the top, I thought they might be proxy starport or something, but he's just going to go for a hidden base. Now that Dienmax has shut down the attack, he should really start looking for hidden bases. I think he saw there's no nat.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he understands. Yeah, because he did see that. So all he's got to do now is kind of I don't know. I mean, what do you do now? How many carriers are there? It's like 4, right? Yeah.
There's 4 carriers. All Protoss needs to do is just contain Terran, because Terran, sure, Goliaths are good, but this is 1 base Terran, 1 base gas. He cannot build that many Goliaths.
Soon to be 2 bases with a sneaky hidden base coming up at the 11 o'clock. So we'll see if that's the way cAspEr holds on here. I don't know if that's going to be enough.
Yeah, and this is the biggest problem. The factory is exposed, armory is exposed. I mean, refinery even, well, it's not really exposed, but it can get shut down. And once the gas goes down, how are you going to build Goliaths? Oh, cAspEr not repairing, need to repair. Oh, Goliath freaking unit.
It's going to go down, it's going to go down. Okay, he is repairing. Wow, that was very close.
But this is a lot of lost resources for Dienmax, who he's just now starting to get, well, he really still doesn't have many probes at his main or that.
He's been having to build interceptors.
Yeah.
Wow. This game is crazy. I feel like we're watching like a guy that, like, you know, both players threw grenades at each other and like blew off like multiple, like they can't use their arms or their legs, but they're still trying to fight each other. And I'm just like, well, you guys really hate each other, man. Wow, this is a battle for the ages. Although finding this expansion, I think this is really kind of the nail in the coffin.
Yeah, so cAspEr again going to go for a counterattack, and he's going to get across the map and see that there's nothing here. So the carrier's out of position is going to allow cAspEr to again shut down this natural, potentially. Now he's got to get his nat now, though. cAspEr, you have to get it. We're going to run out of minerals soon. Power bomb. Look at his minerals. They're at 300 each. He's desperate for a base at this point. Oh, there's that DT again. But a perfect scan. Gets shut down. Cannon gets shut down. Next is going to die this time, 100%.
Yeah, I mean, this is really exactly what cAspEr needed to do. Find a way to get across the map and deal any damage. Oh, look at that, the bomb! The mine takes out both High Templar! What am I That's crazy.
He just runs past the natural again, and this is actually a decent-sized Goliath army. It's 8 versus, well, it's even more. It's 10. He's got 2 more at the natural. 10 Goliaths versus 4 carriers. Usually the number I like is about 3 to 3.5 per carrier. So if Dienmax has 1 bad engagement, he could lose a carrier. Main Nexus goes down. Unbelievable.
This is so crazy. How did we get here? I feel like we were just barely watching cAspEr hold on to his own base. Oh, getting on top of the Goliaths here. If he can take out the Goliath count before they kill the natural expansion, that'd be great, but I don't think he can. Yeah, natural goes down. So now there's only 1 Nexus for our Protoss player. He's going to lose a carrier here. There is one starting to get into the red health. It's got about 150 health, but I think Dienmax will be able to clean this up. Yeah, there we go.
Clean it up, but Econ is shot. Both Nexus is going down. He does have how many probes at his third? Looks like about 16, but he's got to rebuild that neck. I guess he's not going to rebuild because of vultures in the main still just being annoying. No way probing it across there with the carriers out on the map.
Now there's this natural predator of the carrier called the Wraith, but there's no starport, so there's like no hope of that ever actually happening. So I was really impressed that cAspEr was able to get across the map, kill both Nexi, but now I still have no idea who's going to win this game. It's just like, can either carriers do carrier things, or they just don't deal enough damage and are too much of a resource drain, can't replace interceptors, and then they're flying paperweights.
The carriers are going in deep. Turrets are doing a lot of work though, but he's denied completion on 3 turrets. That's huge. Gotta complete these turrets. Turrets are actually not bad when the carriers don't have many upgrades, which is this specific scenario. Oh, perfect control from the carriers.
Killing off, focusing down these SCVs that are... Look at this control. What is this? Are these mutalisks? Are these like vultures? What's this carrier control? This is so insane. He's killing off every single Goliath on the ground. He delayed the completion of almost all of these turrets. All the anti-air and the natural is going to go down, and now the natural is going to die.
Yeah, that was actually perfect from Dien. Oh, got one carrier. But imagine if he had lost one carrier while also not denying those turrets. This would have been a completed natural and not been shut down.
Yeah, and now he's going to pull all the SCVs back. He's going to continue to lose a lot of workers here. And, oh, by the way, the command center will go down eventually because he desperately has to get his Goliath count back up.
Yeah, and look at our mineral patches rapid in the main. We have no mineral patches anymore. There's like 200 minerals left. We can't even build a command center with that type of money. So cAspEr, he's got to float his command center now. But what happens when he floats his command center? If Dienmax realizes that, he's just going to spam DTs.
Yeah, I don't know if there's too much of a way back into this. I thought cAspEr had it. He almost picks off another carrier, by the way. If he had taken this down to 2 carriers while he was losing his expansion, I'd be like, okay, well, you know, there's not that much potential. But, I mean, Dienmax has a fully mining base here. So the game's not over by any means because, like, you know, what even is this game? I have no idea. But the carrier is continuing to deal damage, and cAspEr is just, he's got nothing left.
Yeah, one of these carriers are dangerously low, 64 health. Oh, he built another carrier, so he's got good enough econ to start building some more. And cAspEr's relegated to long distance mine, not what you want to see.
Yeah, I mean, he also has to guard the long distance mining too, and if I'm not mistaken, there's a probe now coming up to harass the SCVs in the natural.
Yep, Dienmax did take another base at mid-left, so his econ is still going to be going strong. He's even transferring probes this time, and what do we got for cAspEr? We're going to have like 7 Goliaths. It's just not enough versus this amount of carriers. Oh, Vulture found the probe transfer.
Okay. All right. I mean, that's not terrible, but he also has to not die on the other side of the map. He's trying to target down these carriers. There are a couple of them that are very low, but the high ground, he just can't get close enough. This carrier control is impeccable, and almost that alone is winning Dienmax this game.
Yeah, this ramp control that Dienmax is abusing is fantastic. The Goliaths can never get together. Just 1 or 2 bleeding off constantly. And this is going to be cAspEr tapping out any moment now. We can't mine. We have 28 resources left in the main. The Vultures did shut down mid-left, but it doesn't matter at this point because carriers, they're unkillable.
You say that. One of them
almost got it.
Yeah, it's at, what, 60 HP? 100 HP with shields, so... Ooh. I mean, it's scary, right? Because if you delete like 2 carriers and all of a sudden cAspEr can get a natural expansion, he can start mining again, all this crazy stuff. He's going to try to distance mine, but there's 2 Dragoons that are going to shut this down. Oh, actually, I take that out. Oh, I love it! Yes, blood for the blood god. Somebody link cAspEr's stream in chat right now. Oh, this is amazing. Oh my goodness. I think this speaks for itself. Excuse. Oh my god. This is amazing. I live for this stuff. You know, this just makes the win that much sweeter, you know?
Well, now I'm just waiting for the rematch. Like, I'm hoping Dienmax doesn't make it out in first. We get a rematch in the decider match.
Oh
Because
no.
then I'm really waiting for the chat there.
You're an evil person, Nyokin. That's that's so dirty. All right, we've got the Goliath hit squad. We're going out there trying to hunt down these carriers. The downside of that is that the map is high ground on the edges. So I don't know what the plan is with these Goliaths.
I mean, if those Goliaths were just sitting there, he would have intercepted them. So he had good game sense to try and pick them off. But now that they've reached high ground, these are just more deadly mutalisks. They'll never be killed. Goodbye.
It's mute as if the glaive worms like flew around and did damage. They just, oh yeah, and there's no Goliath now in the main. He recognizes he's got to get out on the map and do something. Turrets, unfortunately, are not going to do it. So, well, that's gonna be it. I mean, I guess it's been it for a long time. He takes out the expansion with the Goliaths. Yeah.
This was one of the craziest games. I thought for sure cAspEr was mega dead, and then the comeback twice he killed this guy's Nexus.
Yeah.
We ran out of money.
Ran out of money. Yeah, the Terran economy not what it used to be here. Does he even have any SCVs? Yeah, he's got 3 SCVs in the middle of the map. So, there it is. GG. Hey, at least we got the GG. So. He's redeemed himself a little bit, but you're right, Nyokin. The true justice is not that Dienmax won this game, but would be if they rematched each other later on. So, yes. You guys gotta give us your energy. Maybe we can rig the script for BSL to give us that rematch. That would be so sick. But I mean, that's one of the craziest PVTs I've ever seen. So that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, you don't see that every day. Holy smokes! Like, well, Dienmax, he's gonna move on.